match.
Hey,
Hello.
Legion.
Hello there.
Okay. What a Feh Channel. That was...
Yeah. Wow.
It hit every check mark for me, but I wasn't sure if I could give it a 10 out of 10.
And the reason for that being, I was probably gonna give it like an 8-9 myself, but
Yeah, I give it, I think it was a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
yeah.
It was like, the summoning focus change was huge. They announced Mythic Heroes being updated. I mean, we knew that was something coming up, but this is a good time to announce it. That's really cool of them to do.
Yep.
The tons of free stuff. In terms of like all the anniversaries we've ever gotten, the free stuff list. This was one of the most packed ones. And originally I was kind of disappointed there was no Formal Soul, but then, you know, they're getting us Celestial Stones. They gave us 2, so like we could just buy it.
Kind of already there.
Yeah, I definitely prefer that.
Yeah, you get the freedom to choose if you want that form of soul or not. It's basically there.
Yep, so I agree with that. So I'm not disappointed on free stuff. I like our free heroes. Incredible that, of course, they give us our free special hero, but they also give us all these GHB heroes, which is just insane. That's so much value just playing. At 5-star, yeah.
You get 14 5-stars over the course of 14 days.
Yep. Oh, also, COL, no surprises. This was the midterm result, and this was the final result.
Yep. And honestly, I am total. Let's go Chrom. I don't think anybody beat Gatekeeper here.
Yeah. Gatekeeper was like 60k votes.
Everybody's vote totals for the winners are pretty low this time around.
Well, this time there was no big rally this time going in, except maybe Chrom. And even
Want me
then,
to spoil where Abysskeeper ended up?
how far down the list?
I
Like
will.
71, I think.
71.
No, that's
pretty
good.
high up.
That's good. No, no, no. I don't
top
want him to be
100.
higher up. No memes, please.
Its regular female Belith instead of enlightened.
I have to check what Breaking Boss is now, but
Oh yeah, Luigi makes a good point. I'm glad it's regular instead of enlightened.
Why?
Yeah.
It's just because like it's just if they make it enlightened, it's like guaranteed to be a tome unit, and if it's regular one, it's
Ah,
there's a chance it's not
you're
just gonna be a
right.
sword.
I do want her to use a sword. Well, she doesn't have to use a sword.
Yeah.
She could use a
She doesn't
lance or
have to.
something.
Like I just want them to have more variety. Like for enlightened, it's like guaranteed to use a tome. For the regular one, and it's not guaranteed that she'll just use a sword.
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, she basically has to.
Why don't we just go over this right now? Call it. What do you think their weapon's going to be? We already know every year what they're trying to do.
I think Tiki has a good
dragon.
chance to be a dragon.
Because
That is-
Tiki,
Maybe-
we've
Sure,
never had a
no,
dragon
really.
win or a beast. So this is a
I'm
new dimension.
Yeah. They could literally go any color with her at this point.
Now, to
Literally.
be fair, Tiki is one of the few dragons in the game with an alt that doesn't use her dragon breath, so there's a decent chance she
true,
might not
but-
use her breath too.
Decent, technically non-zero, but I think it's basically just guaranteed.
Yeah.
Probably be the colorless slot, if I'm being totally honest.
I
Calling
think
Belith Belith's
Lucina
sublime
has
creator
a
anyway. Hold
fairly
me to
decent
that.
chance to be a lance unit based off of Gerald.
Oh.
You mean Byleth?
Violet,
Lucina's
yeah.
not on this banner.
Not Lucina. Lucina.
Lucina's
Lucina
already
is
a
the
lance.
Lucina
I thought you
is
were
a lance.
referencing Lucina becoming a
Violet.
lance.
Chrom though would be a pretty likely lance candidate since he
Lance.
also
Yeah, it was pretty likely for him. Oh, then they
I
could
think
just
that-
pull something out of left field and make him like model after Robin and use a tome or something. Like that'd be kind of, you know.
just throw the book.
Chrom is
I
the
wouldn't
colorless
actually
dragon.
cast-
Right.
No.
So the hardest ones for me to call is between Self and Chrom. Because,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
think Chrom's easy, but Self I have no idea.
wait, you
Self
think
may
Chrom's
be-
easy? Okay.
Easy enough because lances are basically
Yeah.
the only thing he doesn't have.
I know, but the reason why I don't like that idea is because they already did have Lucina, and it feels kind of weird. But then on the other hand,
He
I guess
already
they could do it
copied her
again.
technically, Like with the legendary alt for he copied her by using a blue bow. She used a blue bow. So
Yeah.
she used a lance, so now he might be a lance too.
Yeah, there's.
I
Also
don't know.
that.
I don't like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of patterns out there that are coincidences,
Yeah.
and we
There
just
are.
try and make it a pattern.
It's
I
just
mean,
what's likely.
There are, but there's also nothing.
In
saying it
Lucina's
can't happen.
voice line, she said that she wanted her dad to teach her the lance, so that's
Also, that
Yeah.
Could be a
It
I
could
wouldn't
be
be
a
surprised if
nugget
it's
for
referential.
thanks to Deirdre.
like if Chrom takes, for example, in his Fortune Bond, something from Lucina.
Yeah, Seliph has Naga's blood, but he doesn't have Naga. Like
He doesn't
can't
have
use
major holy
divine.
blood.
Yeah, he
He
can't
is-
use divine weapons.
Yeah,
Or,
physically.
well, aside from turfing, but
He physically can't use Naga.
I think this might be the first time we might not get a healer. Or a colorless, I mean. That's
No,
probably the
they're-
only chance.
Tiki.
no, there's going to be a colorless.
Then you think, well, here's the thing.
literally
If it's
getting
Self Chrom or Byleth, it's either Colorless Tome, which with Byleth, that would be, I think that would actually upset people.
Yeah.
And as a healer, I think that would kill a lot of things for a lot of people. And I can't see Self or Chrom as a healer because I just see pissed off people.
No, I don't see any of these as healers.
Maybe
If
we'll get our
there's-
first ever Choose Your Legends dagger unit. I
No.
doubt it.
Oh
but
God, no. That'd be terrible.
It's
Why
really
would
just
that be
gonna be
terrible?
Colorless Dragon, I think.
Yeah, I
Like-
think Colorless Dragon's the most likely thing. Cause yeah, that's, and then you go from there. But yeah, guys, it's really hard to call, but I'm really happy with the results. There's no change, and I think people have gotten, because of last year, kind of lost track that usually the interim results are pretty stable. There's usually a little shift between second and third sometimes, but usually it is what it is. Half the time it is what it is. And that's the case this time. That's perfectly fine. I just want to see later whether Bernadette is third, because there'll be another time where she's third.
Do you want me to tell you that now?
Is she third?
Answer is yes.
Yeah, I figured. I know a lot of people crap on her, but like, there's a vocal minority there. She does get a lot of votes, but yeah.
Your top 5 for males: Chrom and Seliph, Felix at 19,117 votes,
Soren in fourth, yeah.
17,416 votes, and then male Robin at 11,584. On the other side for females, Tiki and Byleth, of course. Then it's Bernadetta at 19,335 votes, barely beating out Felix. Female Corin at 14,673, and Hilda at 13,205.
Yeah.
Soren actually looks like he came out pretty close to on top in general, because he got 17,416, which is, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th overall.
That's cool, but like, sure. He's the biggest surprise in my books, because that really came out of nowhere. Fate's, at least with Awakening, it did feel like it came out of nowhere, but it's its 10th anniversary. Soren literally came out of nowhere.
He literally,
There's no
he's
rhyme
gonna
or
get
reason
out.
for him.
He's going to get in soon. That's the thing that gets me. Like, at this rate, unless we get a new game, he's gonna make it.
Well, we could also get a Tellius
Well,
remake, and then he just
If we get a remake and it's
he'd be
Tellius,
catapulted
he
up
also
to.
will make it.
Yeah. Well, no,
Well-
but he would be accelerated because of that. If it's a different remake, he might be kind of
if
drugged
there's
down
any
a bit.
remakes and it's not Tellius, then obviously he's gonna lose. But if it is in any other circumstance, realistically, Soren is slated to win next year. And by the way, for anybody who thought that Sigurd had a ghost of a chance, Zelef got 26,301 votes. Sigurd, on the other hand, got 5,121.
Well, yeah, basically the theory is that a lot of Sigurd fans rallied behind Seliph when they saw him in the midterms, and even before that in the top 8. So
Yeah, that's cool. We can have an entire video on that stuff. Let's focus on the Feh channel.
Of course. I do want, by the way, the one thing I will say though, where did he go? Oh, I know what I did. In case anybody wanted to know, Brigand Boss, I believe, got 165th at 599 votes. Congratulations. He did. Wait a minute. How many more votes is that last year?
Okay, good for Brigand Boss. Okay, when it comes to GHB though,
Yep.
you definitely have to play everyday chat until February 14th. It's a free 5-star. And while they might not have good fodder anymore or valuable fodder anymore, I mean, some of them, Heavy Blade 3, it's still something, right, from Jump. But there's a lot of heroes here just straight good. And I think...
And getting better.
And getting better. Because we're still awaiting a Versus Refine, and she's still not bad.
Everybody's refined from Jonka to Pan.
yeah,
Right.
So you might as well just save those units until
Right.
see what the refines are, because even a one-off copy of those units might be viable. You never know.
By the
No,
way,
my point-
Oliver's February 1st, but that means in Pacific time, he comes out reset.
Yeah. No, the point I was trying to make was that some of them are even good now, even before we see the refines.
Yep. Like, Jomka is getting his refine in a few days, so don't worry too much about him. But Aversa's great. Nasala's great. Garen, I think, is actually underrated because he's the only dragon that isn't Sothis that nullifies Felchins. So, given that they're already usable, all it takes is a good refine and they're on the board.
Yeah, so just be like a little hesitant before merging them all up in case I have any fodder you might want.
Yep, because Garen has distant defense and panic ploy, for example. Nasala has he has the same kit as
Lutheria,
so don't bother. Actually, I think that's all the good fodder on those.
Garnet has mirror stance,
and then Pan has chill speed.
I guess.
Okay. The big heroes, however, I think that people should think about building. I don't think people really need an Axer, but Linus is one of the best free-to-play Axers. And then Walhart is a cross between a significant debuffer and someone who can use it really well. Because they can't even counterattack, which is the stupidest thing.
Yeah,
King
Walhart
of Loki.
God, Pawns of Loki, he's ridiculous. But Walhart is an amazing Axe Cav right now, and definitely, even as a one-off, just having the free 5-star copy of him and refining him is enough.
Yep. So I think those are my biggest recommendations. Leon's still good as an anti-mage, so is
But on the other
Oliver.
hand, Julius is right there.
Will be drawn wearing a
Right.
Captain Falcon costume
Julius
because
is
he no longer
ridiculous.
has to wait for it to be his time. Foot goal.
Captain Falcon, yeah. After he gets beat by Captain Falcon, I still can't believe that was a thing. All right, but yeah, chat. The entire point was, yeah, despite everything, the absolute recommend if there's an S tier to be handed out here, it'd absolutely go to Julius. And I think it possibly is Walhart as well, because that character, I think everybody can use him. He's that good.
Yeah, Julius is legitimately on the levels of pure 5-star locks for tanking. Like, Dragon Wall, great attack res penalties, sabotage, and all with very easy conditions to meet. Combine that with actually having a pretty good stat line for his time, Julius is superlative, honestly. Fantastic mage tank.
Yeah, be sure to log in, chat, and play. This is pretty easy.
These 6 units are the next in line for a legendary/mythic remix.
I get it. We're just trying to go through the channel first, though.
I like that link, though. Thank you. That is part of the announcement board in Feh, so if you want to check that later.
Yep. All right. Speaking of S tier...
And by the way, just give an idea, if anybody one last thing with the Grails, if you want to merge any of those, if you have every copy, I think most of them are only 1,000 Grails, but a couple of them are like 700 to +10. So they're also extremely good merge projects.
Right.
Just thought
Okay.
I'd mention that. All right.
When it comes to Hero Fest, though, I think it could be generally agreed that this is ridiculous.
Yep.
Now,
You already have Katria, just pull colorless.
yeah, you don't really need more copies of her, but honestly, it's not just that. Okay, I think Dimitri's the weakest link here, but he's
Agreed.
still a good unit, and he still
And
scores
he's still
really,
great
really
for
well.
And if you need to
sturdy
merge him for
impact
Arena,
Odd Tempest.
Well,
he's a great Arena merge project too.
I'm not so. I'm personally not a biggest fan of his fodder. I just merged him up because I was like, I don't really think I'll fodder him.
I mean,
Yeah,
sturdy
but
impact is always
it's
always has
good
some
fodder
use.
for the right unit, but not common fodder. Let's put it that way.
I think it's good enough.
Yeah.
But definitely, this is the banner that you should go for, because Plumeria, I think, is going to be a staple in Aether Raids for a long time, if not ever.
Not ever.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
makes
She's
perfect.
aged remarkably well.
Yeah, she still does work. I feel like a lot of people feel like look at things just like from the perspective of Peony, which is a hero that isn't really gonna fight, but Plumeria actually does really well in fighting, and she can beat green mages. So don't underestimate her.
In general. Yeah.
Yes, she's actually quite good. But obviously, even though there are technically Elameem's a counter towards colorless and green here,
Technically.
not everyone's gonna have Elameem, and you can still use them in like Arena Assault or
Dark Season.
offensively, in which case it really doesn't matter because you'll not fight at Elamine.
Elamine has to make a choice between which one she wants to
Or
lock down.
or that cursed suggestion of using 2 Catrias.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Okay. But this is easily one of the best Hero Fests I've ever seen. It's just incredible fodder, incredible value, and the crazy thing is the rate. What the heck is this?
Yeah.
Hero Fests used to be like, oh, it's not as high rate, but it's more focused. Wait. No.
The rates
Wait.
are the same.
Yeah. No, wait,
No,
isn't it?
The rates are the same, if I'm not mistaken. It's 5 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5. Right.
Yeah.
No,
so
I'm
nothing
talking.
changed there. Huh?
No, I'm talking in the past.
Yeah. The past rates have been the same. 5 and 3.
No, I mean when Hero Fest first started versus other summons. That was the entire idea when they first launched.
Oh, yeah.
But I was thinking about it, but I was like, well, wait a second. When was the first Hero Fest? I think the first Hero Fest was of Ike, I think.
No, it was Hector, Ryoma, Azura, and Takumi.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh well, okay. So that was
May of
that was the
2017.
first.
Yeah, it was,
Huh.
actually, it was back in April.
Oh, April? Yeah, okay.
April 28th to May 8th, 2017.
Yeah, that was so long ago. I think that was this.
Early.
Right.
But
yeah,
that
it was
also 5 and 3.
right. No, I was talking about in comparison to other banners because we didn't have Legendary Heroes banners at the time.
Oh, no. It was just normal heroes. But, of course, it was the normal heroes banner. Azur was the best dancer, Ryoma was the god sword, and do I need to say anything about Hector and Takumi?
Right. But yeah, we've come such a long way from there. Yeah, guys, this is really rough. Is this good enough? That's my question. To burn your orbs on, at
Hero
very least with
Fest?
the tickets.
I'd
Hero
say
Fest?
so.
Because-
I'd say probably.
We already know Hero Rise is coming up. And with the announcement, I mean, I think you should at least spark for Hero Rises when it finally does finish. All the way in March.
Yeah, I'd say it's very contextual if you put orbs into this. If you need Plumeria merges, she's not going to win a Hero Rises. And
Yeah.
Plumeria is a constant in Astra season.
And for
Yeah.
Plumeria, if you know you want to go for her, I'd go for her at the start of the month, just so you get the maximum use of her merges. Whereas the other heroes, you don't. I wouldn't say you need to go for them right now.
Yeah.
it's not a
I think
tough
Yuri has a chance of winning, which would be so stupid. But he might
Yeah.
not after this Hero Fest, to be honest. Because I feel
And
like
the
if
voting
anyone...
gauntlet-
We'll
the voting
see.
gauntlet's always very unpredictable, though. So it's it's very difficult to say which.
No,
one will
I'm
be.
saying to be on the banner, period. That's not,
Oh,
not
to be on the
necessarily...
banner.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to see because
It's semi-likely.
a lot of
I'd
people
say.
want that unit without having.
I know, but if he's featured already, he was just on a Legendary or Mythic banner, right? And then, which other banner was he on? He was, but he suddenly became, in the span of a couple months, he just became very available.
I can't remember the other banner he was on. Why can't I
Wasn't he?
remember?
Because I got him off of that banner.
Wait,
He's not a
sorry,
legend.
who?
Yuri, he had another banner that was recent, right?
Yeah, wasn't he on a
he was
Legendary or
on the-
Mythic?
He was on like a dual banner, right? Isn't he? Like a dual skill banner? Maybe I'm wrong.
Let me double check.
That's the only thing.
It was a Mythic Hero banner. How did you all forget? What the heck?
Oh, I thought that was
It's one he's on
another
right
one.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a
Yeah.
different one.
Yeah, I thought that was
Okay.
a different banner.
Yeah.
No, it was just legendary. He was also on the legendary banner with Byleth. Wait a minute. Yeah, he was
Isn't
on
that the
Byleth
banner?
Yeah.
Okay, somehow
Yeah,
this
not
has
Mythic,
gone
not
so
Mythic.
confusing over just the entire point is with this Hero Fest coming up. That's why I don't think by the time of Hero Rises he would have been available on 2 pretty big banners. Is the point, and I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if people would actually go for him anymore. But still, he's very available and he's a pretty big game changing unit. All right, cool. All right, now that we're less derailed, the special heroes, the free special hero. This is actually the big thing.
Yep.
Which color would you go for? Because I took a quick look at this initially, and I wasn't completely sure.
For me, it's colorless.
Colorless is actually quite strong.
Colorless
well.
is strong. I think red is kind of... I think red is also good, but it's not going to be as prominent as maybe green or colorless.
Yeah. My big
Red
thing with
has some
green,
iffy ones in there.
the big thing
Just
with me
green
is
is stacked.
yeah, there's so many duo heroes on that, and there's almost no bad fodder on it at all. Like, the worst you could get for fodder that isn't of demote is an ego, if I'm being honest.
That's
With
why I also
green
wanna go
dual
for colorless,
flying,
like,
yeah.
there's nothing bad there really. Like even Vika's like not the worst thing ever.
Yeah, colorless is also great. It's just that it's got one more demote and lower options.
Yeah, it just means better. Well, I'd say it's better because like higher chance to get what you want potentially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
Those
overall the
still
least
have
amount of heroes.
4 duo/harmonized units. So.
Red and
Yeah.
green have the best odds of not
Yeah.
getting a 4-star, but green and
Slightly
colorless
lower
have
amount
best
of
odds
units
of getting
overall.
a duo or harmonies.
Yeah, as Luigi pointed out, unlike previous years, chat, it's no longer nearly as clear. And that might sound really weird, but no, seriously, in previous years, it was a lot easier to tell which color to go for.
But even, like, almost everybody, except for, ironically, most of the reds, 5-star locks, are just good. Like, they're just good on their own. And even though there's demotes, you can never avoid them. Just about every 5-star lock, at minimum, has good fodder. If not, they're actually carries on their own. So,
Sure.
tough.
And if you're pulling on blue, good luck getting the unit you want.
If you're pulling on blue, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 demotes. Yeah, you're gonna have a good time. 6.
I think for me, I'm probably going colorless. Because I value harmonics a lot. Because of, if you're going to just get one copy of a hero, it'd be really nice to get a hero that you can use and make a difference with.
Yeah, that is a good point. Ironically, the harmonics I need are green, though. That's my big reason, because I do need Cheetah or Hinoka for Fate's coverage and Heroes coverage. But that's my circumstance, of course. I mean, the other thing, too, a lot of those green units are either going to get voted in or are already getting rerun enough, so it's like, you don't necessarily need to go green because a lot of those units are going to have their time again pretty soon.
Yeah, I agree with that. So that's a rough one. But yeah, chat, which one are you interested in? Let me know. But for me, the simplicity of going colorless is pretty big. Yeah, I don't think I would be disappointed with... there's 3 demotes there, but I don't think I'll be disappointed with them.
I think the worst one there is Vika, because if you get Raphael, Pledge Info is great, and Raphael is great, and Leaf Liar has attack speed catch 3, which is great pathing, and she's actually surprisingly good.
I'm aiming for a Sol merge personally.
Of course you are.
Yep.
Yeah, the best staff gaff of all time.
Just remember, you won't, if it is a normal summoning banner, so you may not get...
You might not even have the choices. So yeah, you better pick 2.
Yeah, you better have a backup plan.
I
That's the way I look at it.
But with my luck, it'll probably be a
I personally
full
would
blue
probably be
circle.
going with red because there are quite a few units that I need, and the other ones that I don't need are just good fodder.
Yeah.
It's a pretty solid fodder color.
Wait, isn't red the biggest color? It is.
Yeah, so it's the lowest chance to get exactly what you want.
Yeah, but there is a lot going on there, and as far as demote's concerned, it's just Kurthnaga and Manuela.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, and both of them are pretty good.
That's really good. I mean, I really like this year's... Well, I think this year we got more impactful special heroes, especially with savior skills and new skills being introduced.
100%.
I think this year is a better batch.
Yeah, this year has an insane fodder value. I will be honest, if I get like Gustav or Henriette off my free pull...
This is the first year in like a long time that I've had like several seasonal units I really want to build.
That is also true. It's been a good year for seasonals.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good
list.
focus units in the 4-star pool for seasonals even.
Oh yeah,
So
best part. The fact that even if you get pity broken by one of the demotes, there's a good chance there's something of value.
Yeah.
All right. A hero rises. We've saw this coming for so long. Who's on your list of 8? Or who?
put up
If
the
you don't
link
have List
early.
of 8, that's fine, but like,
Who you think is likely, or who you're voting for?
I'm voting for Fallen Edelgard right now.
Yeah, that's one of the contenders.
I'm not sure.
Ugh.
I kind of want to
People
vote
vote
for
for Fallen-
Edelgard because I'm that guy too.
Ooh,
I'm
Well,
voting for
I don't-
Adrian Duke.
I don't understand
Erica,
why anyone
that-
would vote for Fallen Edelgard. Like, what's the point? Like,
She's
So
gorgeous.
many people complain about her.
yeah,
so
well, we
they think
know that
she's
your
really
arguments
good.
are never based on logic, Noms, but I'm curious about other people.
Evil.
I want her to hug me with her long arms
Yeah.
and
that's
get
that's
black
interesting.
goo all over me.
Yeah,
Mhm.
your distraught,
Mhm.
depraved sexual fetishes aside, I was wondering what. The
No,
argument
she's
was.
amazing. I've tried for her. I can't pull her naturally, so let's do it this way.
That's that argument. Oh my god, that's, I can't even. I can't even fathom it. That's like an Evan level argument. No, maybe that's,
Okay.
that's actually maybe that's an insult to Evan's arguments. Honestly,
It is.
No, but seriously, chat, this is the big one, man. If your hero just makes top 8, you get Spark. You just
I
Spark.
like that to mention
Well,
it's
top
available
four.
to all players because of Feh Pass.
Oh, sorry, top 4. Top 4, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, to clear it up. Make it in top 8, win round 1 of EG. You're in, baby.
Yep.
And I want to continue the tradition of all the Edelgards getting in for some reason.
The Edelgards that don't deserve to get in, getting in. Yeah.
Didn't base Edelgard make it in, like, into the voting gauntlet?
Yes. There was no voting gauntlet, but she made top 8.
Whatever, top 8.
Yeah.
She made it into top 8, which was like insane. And Legendary and Brave Edelgard made it in the same time.
That was cursed, and I'm kind of glad they both
very
got kicked out.
cursed.
Listen, let's continue that. I'm gonna keep the
Three
Edelgard tradition
houses
going on.
Are so fucking annoying.
All right.
Maybe
But
I'll throw.
despite the fact I'm talking about Edelgard, let's be frank, it's not just Edelgard. If you're from 3 houses, you're gonna consistently find yourself in these votings. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially if your
That's
name
how
is
it
Yuri.
goes.
yeah, I'd imagine
Yeah.
it'd be Fallen Edelgard, Yuri, and probably female legendary Byleth.
oh, I'm surprised I didn't say Fallen Dimitri, because he's even on the banner itself, like on the website.
Okay.
Up top.
Well, that
I don't think a lot of
randomizes-
people are looking at Dimitri.
That
Well-
randomizes. It's just that the Feh channel had Fallen Dimitri.
No, I know randomizes. It's not every possible hero up there.
Yeah. It's just that it'll show random heroes every time.
Right, but
Yeah, it showed the whole Fallen banner, so
yeah.
Which, Fallen Dimitri, I don't think has much of a chance, just because there's not enough people.
no,
that
not
like
at
him.
all.
Yeah, this is like a popularity contest, and Edelgard is popular, especially the Fallen one.
Yeah, that's the big thing to note. Popularity contest with a couple of Omega meta threats thrown in, like Elamine, for
Yeah.
example. Which Elamine might make top 8. Very well.
And
I
you
can
got to
see it.
consider recency bias too. Elamine.
There is
has a good
recency
chance
bias, but
because of that.
I'm not sure if Elamim has it in her. She's really, really good, but yeah, for most people, I'm not sure if they recognize how good she is. She is game shattering in how good
I
she
remember
is.
watching some reaction videos to people who are like, "Oh, False Star, like it does a few things, huh? It's interesting. Okay." Like, like
No,
there
that's
was
the
literally
thing.
one guy who was like, "It's kind of underpowered, honestly," and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
No,
Just
that's
don't know
that's
how
why
to-
I mentioned this. The
Yeah,
majority of
I know,
players
I-
out
that-
there
that's what
are
I'm
not
saying,
gonna see it. So,
yeah.
and she's
You're
not like
underestimating
super
the,
popular.
Amelie fan base.
There's also that. But I don't think enough people care about that either. She might make top
I
20, and there's.
I don't know if any of her
fans.
fans play Faye either. So
Well, she did a cover of Lost in Thoughts All Alone, so I guess it's...
That was
I
from
guess.
like 2017.
I think
It's been a
there's couple
while.
of other Fire Emblem covers though too. I think she did Edge of Dawn as well.
Doesn't surprise me, but yeah.
I'm
think
not
that-
sure if that's something that's gonna happen. The majority of players are gonna be from Faye, and yeah.
Ascendant, Fjorm, and Leegyarn are probably gonna be on there.
Leegyarn, not really.
Not Leegyarn, but most probably Fjorm.
Fjorm is almost a guarantee.
I think Fjorm's pretty guaranteed. I think Dual Corrin's
Dog-
pretty guaranteed.
Dogger, 100%.
Yeah, Dual
Yes,
Dagger just
she's
because of the
top eight.
release date, and yeah, she's generally speaking. I'm actually surprised Dagger didn't make top 20, and same with Not. Well, I'm not surprised about not, but I'm surprised Dagger didn't make top 20 female side.
Yeah. What
I
can
mean,
you do?
she's popular, but it's like she's gotten alt like recently. That's really good, and it's, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
might drive her down a little bit. It's not gonna like crater her, but I think that contributed.
All right.
Just for clarity's sake,
I'm
she made
surprised
100.
Letizia's top 100.
For clarity's sake, Dogger got 123rd.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
pretty low. Yeah.
That's lower than Kyria.
Yeah,
Woof.
that's surprising.
We can all theorize,
Yeah.
but at the end of the
So,
day, these
take
two
that as you
banners
will,
may as well be called
but
Cancer
the
Fest
unit
and a
is still
Cancer
massive.
rises low.
Okay, Gmo got this perfectly. Yes, this Hero Fest is actually Cancer Fest, and this Hero Rises will be Cancer Rises.
Basically.
Yes,
Oh,
perfectly summed up. Listen, I'll trust you guys on picking the things that will ruin everyone's fun in this game. Every single year that this happens, go back to Altina. Okay, I think the first time ever, everyone was dumb and they picked Ledgering Ike. I'm sorry, I wasn't a fan of him then. I'm still not. He's good, but he's not game-changing good, okay?
I will stand my ground. With
First
Legendary.
year, they kind of baited everyone into that, but second year onwards, they were pretty big game changers. Now, Mythic Altina, man, I think people nowadays shit on her for all the wrong reasons, because back in the day, she was shitting on everybody,
yeah.
especially when she first came out.
I remember
Yeah.
the time.
She was already falling off a bit by the time she got voted in, but yeah. Vintage sweeping was still at its prime when Altina came out, so there's
Yes.
that.
And then a year afterwards wasn't it Duel Lin?
Yeah,
It was.
Linja.
Yeah, dueling. Yeah.
And
Don't
let's be
forget
frank,
before, though.
and let's be frank, she became the
I
most fodder
still
hero
use-
and the most used Aether Raid hero, especially for the first half of the year. So this is a pretty impactful banner. I did not want Duel Lin to win, by the way. I was like,
did
I
not
love Lin.
either.
I mean, I wasn't able to get a duel in, and I still haven't gotten a merge for a duel in. So, and
Bruh.
I use her every Aether Raids battle.
see, this is what I mean. This is what I
Take me
mean.
off.
But yeah, guys, seriously, whatever is going to win here is going to be impactful.
Yep.
Though it was, and the voting gauntlet is actually pretty fun. If we go back a year, wasn't it Edelgard versus Dimitri? That was something to
so, yeah.
really talk about. Jeez.
Yeah, because for some reason they always end up fighting each other on voting gauntlets.
I don't know why they
Yeah.
do that. Actually, I think Dimitri's winning right now.
I
Is he
think-
2-0?
I think 2-1, or
I think
is
it's
it
2-1 because there have been, I think,
2-1?
3 instances, so,
Oh my,
3 different
yeah, see, this is what I
instances.
mean. All right. So, vote for Fallen Edelgard, and some misplaced fan base can vote for Fallen Dimitri, and let's make it happen again.
It's not gonna happen.
Oh, man. Oh.
Legendary
But it would
Dimitri
be
is...
it would be funny, but
No, watch
No.
this. They put another voting gauntlet with the Choose Your Legend. No, what? Hero Fest with this, so that Legendary Dimitri can face against Fallen Edelgard.
yeah.
All right. But aside from that, a Hero Rise is gonna be big. But, geez, honestly, I think this is the happiest I've ever been with like the free stuff outside of summons or free heroes.
It's a lot of good rewards.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of stuff.
A lot
Now,
of everything.
I want to say the
Yeah.
55 stones. That's probably the one thing I'm just like, thanks, I guess.
It's technically
It's like
110
one
divine
refine.
Yeah, that's technically
Yeah, I would
110
prefer
Divine
to be
Dew
the-
and 1 Refine plus 5.
Right. I know, but it just feels a bit insignificant compared to everything else. But as a whole, yeah, guys, look at that 55 trait fruits. I wish they gave us 55 orbs, to be honest, but sure.
It's basically the same
You're
amount
asking
as
too
Tempest Trial.
Yeah, wait a minute, how many login orbs are there again? 8, 10, 13, dang it. There
Yeah, a
if
lot of
there are
that's
login
eaten
orbs
by-
for this, then yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that's eaten by login orbs. Like, it inflates the number, but that's why I wanted them to hit 55. But, you know,
Yeah.
it's good.
Well, even with that, they hit 54, which is just depressing.
Wow, okay, jeez.
Oops.
All right, well, the big thing is, of course, the Hero Fest and, of course, the Valentine's banner here as well. Yeah, that's a lot. That Hero Fest should burn your orbs there. That's a good place to use it.
Wait, did they say where the second tickets would be used? 'Cause I know that obviously the first one's for Hero Fest, but the second one's like for the remix
I
banner.
think it's the Special Heroes
I
banner.
assume
Oh,
those are the
Special
Special Heroes Valentine
It's
banner.
the Special Heroes banner, they say it.
Okay.
By the way, 555 grails, as you mentioned, some of the heroes are as low as 700. I think Julius is one of those heroes.
Yep.
So that
If
basically
you are-
pays for plus 10 Julius if you wanted it.
Yeah, if you're a veteran and you have all the copies of Julius, I do. That is basically just a free plus 10 Julius right there. Almost. Which is huge.
Yep.
So, looking forward to that. And at the very minimum, Genfei is getting dropped to Grails this month. So that's an
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be very influential. I've been saving feathers just for him. So.
Same. Haven't used my feathers on anybody else.
Yep.
So that's huge.
Okay. Well, speaking of huge, this is why we have the Waking soundtrack. My goodness. Look at them. I instantly recognize this because of Lissa. Her hair is
Yeah.
way too iconic.
Yeah, I could not possibly, like, oh, so we're doing Awakening. Didn't even have to think about it for 2 seconds.
Yeah. Honestly.
This is
By the way, did they break the pattern?
No.
Technically, this isn't a father.
It's kind
Technically.
of a pattern. I mean, he's not, and he's
Technically,
not
it-
dead. He's not dead, so.
Well, technically he is if Lucina is in this banner.
I'll be honest, I thought it was
In
3
that
houses,
timeline.
chat. I thought it was gonna be 3 houses. That made the most sense to me. But yeah, it's better for it to be Awakening.
I don't remember what I
You
thought it was
little
going to be.
fate.
I actually can't remember what I thought this banner was going to be anymore. Oops.
Either way, Lucina looks amazing. I can't
Yep.
believe it.
New artist. I believe.
Never seen Riz 3, yeah. That art is very distinct.
Yeah, extremely.
No sneak peek at her stats, unfortunately.
Yep.
They
But
know what
she's
they were
gonna
doing
be
here.
near speed. I'm not sure. It looks like her axe gets all stats plus 5, and then she has to probably speed defense near save, maybe.
By the way, doesn't this feel a bit funny? The amount of Robins and yeah, what? This I like that because no one can be pissed. But yeah, the female Robin especially is gonna get more focus because she's her own unit, and honestly, as a colorless savior unit, she's gonna go up against Henriette.
She is, and she will probably win because
Yeah.
that looks like and that is the first, most likely signature tome mage armor.
And she healed. I don't even think that was that was not a special. She just straight up healed.
Pretty much looks like 5 on hit healing. She has AD far save by the looks of it, and then her tome inflicts attack def res -5. Why does it inflict
Oh.
defense -5?
Ooh, I've been waiting for 84 save. I need it for my Raphael.
Oh my god. Okay, and she's obviously very, very pretty. This is the pick that got to me. Okay, chat. I know some of you guys are Owain fans. I get it. But this is a Valentine's banner. I question this man's ability to identify what love is. I'm sorry. But this is the one pick that really surprised me.
Yeah, I mean, technically he is part of the family.
No,
I
I
just-
get that.
Always forget that. Not gonna lie.
Also, I just want to
he's
point out,
good.
blue flame on a demote unit.
Yep. That's gonna
Oh.
be big.
Also, by the way, for the Lucina thing, for the reason she got Def +4 is because of Chrom's Spur Defense. Just putting that in there.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
okay.
Where should she get what's her savior then?
Okay, well, the bigger thing is you just point out blue flame. Yeah, that's pretty
that's
crazy.
Pretty awesome. For anybody who needs a lower cooldown special for arena instead of just using Aether over and over again.
Mhm.
This is for you.
And if you don't have ruptured sky fodder, yeah, blue flame is.
Also, I think this is the first lance, the inheritable, that can heal you. I think, assuming it does the same effect as Robin.
Well,
I
you
mean,
can
there's
Wait.
Carrot Lance.
We saw the fight.
Did
Yeah,
he heal?
no.
Did he-
No.
No.
He
I
gets
thought he
5
did.
attack and 5. He gets 5 attack and 5 speed somehow, which
Oh.
is interesting.
It's a shame.
So
Some
it's
of the
an attack
inheritables
speed.
not heal.
Yeah, there's no healing.
It's an attack
Yep.
speed lance, and he has 38 attack and 42 speed. Wow.
Yep. His stat line actually indicates he could be built, but
Yeah,
unfortunately,
it's
he's
scary.
still going up against Patrine, so that's pretty rough.
And Erica, literally every lance cav goes up against her now.
Well,
You should score
yeah, if you have Brave
175,
Erica.
right?
Yeah, yeah, he'll score 175, so I guess you could use him in Arena. That is the big thing. Without using Duel, I guess. But...
Okay. This might be a bit controversial, but I'm really glad we have actually good Lissa art in this game. The base Lissa was always divisive for me.
I still like Winter Lissa more than this.
Winter Lissa's got some great art.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Again, it's been since 2017 since we got alt. Which, by the way, if Feh actually launched, I mean, there was talk about Feh launching even earlier than February, chat. That's why they had the winter banner leak so far ahead of time, because if the game had launched in December, they would have just straight up launched with a Special Heroes banner. But yeah, it took until all this time since 2017 for Lissa to finally get an alt. I mean, she had winter, but another alt.
Another alt. And good art since then. Like, and it's free, unlike Winter Lissa, which is a premium unit. So that's a big thing.
Yes.
So Lissa fans are probably rejoicing.
Yep.
Can you imagine the anniversary in December? It would have been bad, because it would have been the typical December birthday thing, which is to say everything gets grouped together and you get less stuff overall.
Yeah, that is also true. Yeah, I'm kind of glad about that. And it's nice that it's at the start of the month, too.
Oh, Emerin isn't here! A sister gets left out every year, chat.
Oops.
Sharina last year, and now it's Emerin. Fair enough.
Maybe one day all the left sisters will have a banner to themselves.
Yeah, I feel like Emerin's just kind of, I don't know, she's chilling on the floor somewhere.
Or beneath the ground.
Yeah,
she's chilling
on the ground.
Corner.
She's hanging on Gangrel's mantle. Yeah.
All right, so this is pretty big, chat, because, man, at this point, in terms of defensive healers, isn't Lissa your girl? That is a really good defensive stat line.
She's like an armored silk.
She's, yeah, or basically just a tankier Sephiroth.
Yep, 42 HP, 47 attack, 25 speed, 37 defense, and 40 res. Yeah. This is pretty big. That's a big bulk. And the craziest thing, her A slot. I can't believe that demoted. Defense res ideal.
That is, yeah, actually a really good skill to just throw out there on a Tempest unit.
Yep,
ideal 4 is on what, Surtur?
And catch
Pirate
demos
Surtur,
very often.
So if you want Pirate Surtur's Crafty Fighter and Ideal, you can do that now.
Jeez.
It's actually some really nice fodder.
And guys, defense res ideal. You might be like, well, you got to keep your HP up or you got to get debuffs. Yeah, but there's a hero that uses it really well. Her name is Edelgard. You might have fought her a couple times. Fallen Edelgard actually uses this crazily well. If you just want to make her invincible, this is stuff you drop on her. Give her a defense res solo and you're done.
Yep.
She doesn't die.
If you don't want people to hate you with your Fallen Edelgard, you could just build Lissa and she'll just be a good, I guess.
Well, for Edelgard in particular, first of all, you don't use Crafty Fighter on Edelgard, so you might as well just take full Ideal and Surtur and not bother.
And it looks like Lissa's got some pretty tanky stats in general.
Yeah, Lissa herself is going to be awesome.
Yeah, well, it's actually funny. Her speed is actually very similar to her base.
Wait.
The BST has crept up so much that her defenses are just so much better. And her attack,
hold on.
too.
Can you run savior skills on healers?
Yes, you can.
You can.
For every armor.
Okay, is there a reason not to do that? I mean, she's not going to kill anything, but she could be your savior unit.
We have
use all my archers for.
We have observant staff.
Skill, I guess.
Yeah, you have observant staff. Oh my goodness, that would be so.
Yeah,
that's the next level of things. Savior healers. That's the truest definition of a savior. Oh my goodness.
I said it's a thing, but nobody could do it because your only option was Sephiroth, and now you have Lissa. Which
no, this is realistic. Savior healers, chat. And that's gonna be part of the meta of 2022.
The big thing is, while Lissa does have 7 less attack than Sephiroth, she also has 8 more defense. So substantially tankier. And
a lot of people are saying she's not infantry. I know you look at her and you think she's infantry, but you total that stat up. It's too high.
180. Which no, you cannot use her in arena. Don't think of that for a second. But she's gonna be. Wait a minute. She gets 11 def res in that trailer, which means that she has to be getting 6 def res.
Chat, I gotta restart this. I just broke it. It's clearly glitching now. All right, one sec.
I think her staff gives 6 defense res in combat, unless I'm missing something.
It would seem so. I don't think she's being affected by any.
Chrom doesn't have any buffs, and I know Wayne doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, her staff actually might be okay if you just want to use Lissa on her own. Alternatively, well, because this one's an out-of-combat healing, def res +6, probably like, Absorb Plus's Breath of Life effect with def res 6. So you could use that, or you could use on a budget Palm Staff for a tanky healer.
They seem to be
Okay.
upgrading like older staves on like seasonals now, like just older weapons in general. Like with Dean upgrading, or I guess with this, Zane upgrading Pain Plus, and then Lissa now upgrading Absorb Plus.
Yep.
Yeah,
No.
and they'll often do like something that makes it like, okay, technically it's not like a direct
Carbon
upgrade,
copy,
but yeah, it's not a carbon copy plus an upgrade, but it does like a better effect in general that is, well, it may seem like it's not that different on paper or better, it just always is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Serpentine Staff, sure, it has 3 damage less than Pain Plus, but the Fatal Smoke effect is always there, so it's just better.
Yeah, no. I'll just say now, think about just keeping staff attribute until you get observant staff. Unless you get Saul on the summon, in which case congratulations in advance. But yeah, healers can use fighter skills, they can use savior skills. Most A slots that you would want on a savior unit, I believe you can use, except like stances. So your options are laid out if you want to build up Lissa. I think she's fantastic for it.
Okay, how about we get to the big hero now?
Hate him.
I love
Do you... Okay, is this going to be a thing? It's really rare for us to have like harmonic male duels or duels that are males, just 2 males. There's only 2 others with Leon and Ephraim and Self and Leaf. So that's...
Fun fact, Ephraim's duo is the same artist as Chrom's.
That is true, yes.
Okay. Listen, the yaoi vibes here are crazy. I haven't felt this way since Ephraim and Leon, so...
Well, this artist obviously knows what's up.
Yeah. Chrom, the way he looks, it's like they're taking like a family picture together, and the way he puts his hand on Robin's shoulder and how comfortable Robin is with it. Listen. There's no way you don't feel it. I definitely feel it.
This is the route where Chrom marries the generic villager. In name only. Well, in title only.
Okay, so
if there was any voice actor that I could see actually doing, I guess, a yaoi voice line for the fans, it would be Matt Mercer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll do it.
For sure.
And their name is
I like how they
Fate Defying
debuffed the
Duel.
stat, or I guess the stats on the screen, so we don't know the exact ones. But I guess that
looks
just
like
hints
he's
that there's
debuffed by 6.
neutralized penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what we're trying to show off. By the way, him having Deadeye, I'm sorry, how's that okay? I thought Deadeye was a thing. Reserved thing. How does he have Deadeye?
The same reason why Uller has it.
Oh, I guess Uller has it. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. It still feels weird.
The A skill is or I think I'm like almost 100% sure it's like close, whatever the name for attack will be. Where it's kind of like distant pressure. Yeah, assuming it's pressure or whatever.
That's why he has.
Yeah, something that Shamil has theory crafted before.
Yeah, it's dual phase attack +5, and then also close counter
with chip damage.
With the chip damage.
Also worth noting, he probably actually has Unity, not penalty neutralization, because he gets 15
the Unity is in the duo skill or something to involve with it, because it's on the allies. It's on his allies as well.
Wait a minute. That's not the Unity.
It's a new effect. It's new effect.
Huh.
Or the new item,
okay.
I should say.
Yeah, that A slot is definitely new, chat. If it is what you're saying it is, that's going on Kranya so fast, but it would be very hesitant to fodder.
Yeah, well, the other thing
that IV Chrom, like, probably.
The nice thing is you can take Time's Pulse with it. So there's that. Unfortunately, you can't take everything, but you can take any combination of this new A slot, Deadeye, and Time's Pulse. So he's really good concise fodder.
Oh, yeah. You know what, chat? There was one other thing that I had on mind. I forgot about it. That I was hoping that this Feh Channel did, which is increase our skill inheritance. But
to 5, that would. I mean, 5 would open up so many new things. I mean, that would make this Chrom, for example. You could get Deadeye, the
Literally
new A skill, and time spulls.
I mean, it
Thank you,
also makes
Tarantula.
people slap themselves in the face, but yeah.
I mean, that happens every single time we do this. But chat, no, seriously, that would been so awesome. Anyways, this Chrom's gonna be amazing. If we base anything off of Legendary Chrom, and I think we should be, this is gonna be amazing.
Hate him already because he's gonna score well. He's gonna be dual scoring. To Change Fate has that increased SP bin. He has slang, so Times Pulse Deadeye is reliable.
I like how they just casually shoot at 216.
Oh, he has -1, so he has slang in his bow as well.
Yep.
So he has slang and time pulse. Okay, yeah.
And he's getting 20 to attack and 15 to the other stats. So yeah, it looks like a Unity effect.
20.
Yep. He's gonna be busted. Cool. Awakening fans rejoice. Cause if Chrom wasn't gonna win, my goodness, he just won Choose Your Legends, he gets to become a duel. That's dumb. That's not okay.
That's right. It's probably gonna be we now have two 200 BST bow units.
Get ready for the year of Chrom.
Because of would that be because of his
Dogger.
unique? Well, no,
Dogger.
I know Dogger, but would Chrom score 200 because of the unique?
Yes.
Repositional, yeah.
To Change Fate has its increased scoring, so I'm never gonna see the end of Chrom, am I?
I wonder when we're gonna get the Yowie. Like all over
It's
Twitter.
probably already being drawn right now.
You know the artist
Or
is
has
all
been
on it.
drawn for a while.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right. I mean, I've
That's
seen
very
the
obvious.
for a while part. Yes.
I mean, I've seen the numbers, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Nope.
And
Yeah.
then Robin and Lucina will get probably some decent amounts of fan art as well.
But the OTP is Chromix
With
Lucina,
this
right?
duo, Enso Chrom now has the
No-
most
no,
offensive
Truly,
duo
that is-
at 7, including base.
Oh yeah, well that's even more classic, honestly.
Oh man. Honestly, it reminds me of Star Wars, where the writing didn't catch up yet, and so George Lucas wasn't sure what to do with Luke and Layla, because Leia, sorry.
Layla, yes.
Sorry,
Oh boy,
sorry.
Matthew's lover.
Because the problem was like the script, the actors were told to act like they had a spark, but up to that point they hadn't written in that they were actually siblings. That fact always got to me so much. I was like, wait, what? That's why everyone's so confused when the sibling thing came out.
Yay, incest.
Ugh. Anyways, this feels ultra bad how they barred Lucina, even though Future Vision 2 does more than Change Fate now. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of dumb. This is why this character is so stupid. It's basically an updated Legendary Chrom.
Yeah, which then Legendary Chrom himself is going to get upgraded and it'll come right back around.
Yeah.
Pray for me to get Robin in my tickets. Female Robin.
Yeah, ignoring Chrom version here, Robin's probably going to be seriously meta.
Yeah. I think she's just gonna power
And then
creep
there are going to
Henriette
be
in a big
those
way.
dedicated Lucina fans that have probably a really good Lucina.
She looks like
Yes.
she's going to be, stat-wise, the Fjorm of Near Safe.
Honestly, this banner is
I'd
going to do
say so.
ridiculously good.
Yep.
Like, ridiculously good.
Yeah,
There's so much setup on this banner to be highly performing, so here we go.
Blue Flame, Demote, Far Save, Near Save, Chrom, no more needs to be said. And then, of course, an amazing Tempest Trials unit. Like, this is a huge banner.
Yeah. Alright. But as for the 5th anniversary, we have a little fun thing. Hero's Journey. I'm really glad it's getting so much focus, because originally I was like, oh, we're gonna forget about this in like a month. But they keep adding to it, so we can't forget about it. There's just more and more stuff to do. I mean, well, to at least view.
Yeah, they've been pretty nice about it, honestly. Like, I have to give them props. They really are trying with this mode.
Yes. So now we have our answer to that leak with that image, because we were like, we don't know what that does. No, now we do.
Yep, pretty simple, but it's very cool.
Also,
I
this.
was kind of disappointed by it though, because I was hoping it would introduce like a new currency or
I
something.
highly doubted that, because it would not be that kind of button. I knew it had to be
Yeah.
something on the smaller side. But
Yes, all-seeing Legion.
well, yes.
All right, but with that said, man, this you can sleep with people. You're in the same tent.
I said
don't
it
know.
as a joke, and then it happened.
Literally.
Yeah. This is you are literally on more than a date with whoever you choose to be, chat. choose to be with.
Literally sleeping with Alphonse in this picture.
Yes. And in the middle of the night, I get out that dagger and I drive it into his chest. And in the woods, no one will hear him scream.
What do you do to him afterwards?
You bury him.
That's not your.
Oh, that's not
Two
that's not a
duo
fun
heroes
response.
sleeping in the same tent.
Oh my god, that's true. You can put two duels in.
You can have a foursome.
Oh god. Or
You
you can
have
have
Chrom and Robin with what is it?
Dogger
Leon
and
and
Nope.
Ephraim.
Oh well, yeah, you could do that too.
But this, guys, this matter of tasting is actually pretty fun. Like, what do we need in a gacha game? That's right, more gacha.
Someone just said base Nims.
Base Nims. I mean, I'm never gonna change on that, guys. I'm sorry.
The sentence base Nims is just I can't wrap my head around that.
Oh wow, you're such a hater.
What is
Anyways,
base
guys, it
even
starts on
mean?
February 3rd. World Mirror.
Polster, you're such a boomer.
A couple days until which will be the 4th for most time zones. Keep that in mind for everything. Couple days.
By the way, at 21 minutes, this is one of the longest Feh channels.
I think we say that every time.
Oh no, some of these Feh channels were actually really short, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
For the
Alright,
anniversary.
Rubber Band Man, I'm gonna have to ask you to not.
2021.
He just suggested a duo Pala in the tent, and I'm calling the police now.
Whoa there.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
You mean Trio Pala?
Ah.
All right. Guys, this one's a small one though, but just HM increase. Now, I'm going to have some OCD about this because I did fire off some heroes who are at 7k HM, and now I'm like, well,
Yeah, you just threw out 1,000.
they're gone.
That's,
Yeah.
that's fine.
It's not that big of a deal, but it just bothers you it's not maxed anymore. Now, this is the bigger thing. This map, in particular, I think will get used. Yeah, that really funnels.
I love this.
Yeah.
This reminds me of, what map is it? We have a very similar one already with Two Rivers.
I wish I could tell you the name of that map, but it is
It's
actually
like spring water, I believe.
Yeah,
Spring
it's
water.
water. It's literally that map, but one of the water tiles has moved down.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
And
you're
it
getting
actually,
creative.
so basically on that map, there's one water tile, 3 down from the top on the right, 4 down from the top on the left. They just moved them in one each, so that they're on the same row.
Yep.
These maps
Honestly-
like a little too open potentially for like some people, but I think they're pretty good.
I personally like this.
Yeah.
This one is going to be one of the most used ones. The one on the left chat, that one is, there's a lot of promise to this one. It's so simplistic, but it's exactly what people have been looking for.
Yep, it's the Cav line archetype, but with a better focus. Like, the funnel isn't so awkward, where you kind of can cheese it on one side and not the other. It's
Yeah.
literally just a straight funnel down the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Probably
perfect for
what I'll
that.
use it for.
Now, the one on the right is really interesting as well. I kind of see where it's going, and I kind of don't.
The tree tiles are what would make me not want to use it because I use a lot of like cavalry, so obviously they wouldn't be I mean, I guess there's a way to force it around, but it's not super easy.
Yeah,
But I'm just like, what advantage does that provide to the player? Because you can't deploy on them, and they're just
Well,
right in
yeah.
front.
it's the
They're just
desert map. It's just the desert map, but with the tiles right in front of you this time, and it's more.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what's the point. If it's right in front of you, you can't even use it as cover.
I don't know.
Is
I
there
don't
a-
know exactly.
Right now, I'm thinking of
Is there a
like.
defense tile on the bottom right where Nim's head is? I can't tell.
I don't think so.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Wow, here I move my fat head. Are you trying to say something? Take a
Yes,
good
you're
look.
in the way.
You got a big brain.
Yeah, your fat head is always. in
There's
the way.
nothing there.
I mean, I guess you could, if you have a dual dagger, you could maybe do a rally trap and possibly
Yeah.
keep her semi-safe on that defense tile.
You're right. That might catch someone off guard, but like, yeah, that's a
Yeah, this
that's
is
a
just
coin flip.
mostly. This is mostly for the people who want to craft a, I guess, tricky AR defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Catch
could
people
potentially
off
see like a
guard.
return or a rescue trap too, potentially there.
It's basically the left is the archetypal Cavline funnel. The right is more like a Cavline-esque, but with more trickery going on with like trapping and restore and things like that.
I'll use the one on the left. I don't know about the one on the right. That one is
I'm mainly
questionable.
hoping that for the fact they just keep adding more maps like this.
Now that I'm looking at it, my brain is just like starting to like try to figure out how I could like use those, but like they're all like extremely niche.
I think people are gonna try. Because this is the first new map since the game came out, or
since Aether Raids came out.
Yeah, there's gonna be people that try this, of course. Will they be successful? Time will tell. But I like the precedence it's setting.
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, I don't understand why they don't do this more, considering Summer Duels seem to be getting so many maps. They're like, oh, what about this mode that you've had forever now? It's like, yeah.
Oops.
Aether Raids gets very sporadic attention. Like sometimes they'll do something that's like really big for it, and other times they'll just completely overlook it.
There was an entire function to buy maps in Aether Raids that never got used. Like, they literally show you that you could buy maps, and there was no maps to buy because defaults.
They kind of forgot about some things. All right, but the arena stuff.
They just shelved others.
The arena stuff. This is pretty interesting, but I think most of these are in the favor of the player. Like, actually, all of them are in the favor of the player.
Not all of them. That like the bottom left one, for example, is going to be so annoying for flyers.
Like, yeah, but you got a free defense tile.
Yeah, the only real advantage though is the defense tile, and also the fact that you can trail around the enemy pretty easily.
Yeah,
it's not flyers.
It's like the reverse Oasis, which is
basically.
Well, not reverse Oasis, but the Oasis in your favor because it's not all tiles. It's you can make better utilization of it, and you have a bit of cover.
Yeah, it's very punishing to Cavs too, unlike Oasis. So that's also really nice. That one might be. That one I think is one of the cooler ones. A bit punishing.
The top right one is pretty nice for me, I think, for my team.
But the point is, like the top left one, chat, that's so in favor of the player. You have so much control on that map. That one's like, if you lose that, that's probably on you, or you didn't have the right units.
Yeah, and you can probably bait the range units on the enemy team pretty easily there.
Yeah, you've got two defense tiles in front of you. You can choose if they go down or up, or through the middle. Like, and there's of course a tree and an anti-cav tile, so pretty free.
The point was, like, I'm glad because some of these units have gone so stupidly good that if you use 4 stupidly good units, it doesn't matter what strategy you employ anymore, you just lose.
Yep.
At least this gives us a chance because we have like viable defense tiles, and they all have defense tiles actually, which is the craziest thing.
And a lot of them are in starting range.
Yeah. So this is, I like this. This gives you a chance, even if your opponent has these broken ass units. You, with your human brain, stand a chance.
Yeah, especially that middle top one actually is also probably the biggest one for me. You literally they literally have to take an extra turn for the most part to get you. So, honestly, I'll take anything if it means we never go back to the double walls map ever again. Please.
Yes. Well, we still have 2 bridges, but that's not the worst.
Yeah.
All right. But the other thing is Summer Duels event. I guess we're gonna have to read that after this. I'll read that after this.
Yeah, it literally doesn't tell us anything.
Oh, but she said to read it. Faye literally said to go read this.
Yeah, it's like, this is a new mode. Go luck.
There's 4 teams. There's a lot. I was just like, wait, why isn't she explaining this? And then they said, oh, it's enough further information. And now you're telling me there's no further information. All right, this is something.
Well, it's something I can see already is that it's a good thing there's more than 3 captain skills available for this mode.
Oh yeah, like that's a new captain skill.
Yeah, there's 2 new there that were shown.
Okay, how about we talk about the biggest thing? This is the biggest thing to have happened since 4-star sparking became a thing last year. Oh, not this, but this is more demos, which is good.
Yeah, we're finished book 3 now, which is huge. Ruptured Sky gets in there. It does amazing still. Same mechanic.
The Brave Heroes got in, the refines are all kind of nutty.
Kind of surprised me how good some of these heroes are compared to the other ones that are there.
Yeah.
And all of them are getting
and Hubert.
And Hubert.
He is there too,
Hubert's there.
Hubert's
At
over
least
there
he won't
doing
pity
his
break you
best.
anymore. Honestly, that's the
Yep.
big thing. Hubert can't pity break you anymore.
But
Oh,
no
that's
more pity
right.
breaks from the Byleths, which is a little sad because Ruptured
You
Sky
can still
is
pre-break you though,
Well,
so good luck.
Whatever,
So-
you'll spark them instead. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. The pilots not being able to pity break you is no big deal. They could just show up on a not pity break. It's just better.
I think the only weak hero here is outside of Hubert, who is awesome in every possible way.
Yeah, because he's like you.
What? That's not the same thing. No, I think it's probably Sue, because I think her best things are C-Slot, actually, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
guess that
pretty
is
much it.
true. I mean,
Yeah.
some people do need that, though, but it's one of the worst C slots.
And at least Runoff has a Rally Plus, and
Same
he'll
with
get a
Blue.
Refine.
Well, they're all
soon.
getting refined soon, so
Yeah.
I would say don't hedge these as being bad units yet, because they're all getting their chances this year.
Well,
Right.
yes. Some
Uh,
units are
and-
more to start out with than others.
And the closest other unit I think is because guys, in respect to like foddering them off, a lot of these heroes have dual rallies or pretty viable skills, useful skills. Might be Berkut because he's the only other guy, but Berkut's actually really cool and really fun to use for some people.
Yeah. He's just not in a good place right now. He could be, he's just not. But
Yeah.
I think he will be. It'll take some
Oh,
time.
yeah.
though.
some of these units like Adun, Kenagus, Berkut even, the Byleths, once they get refined, may be top tier. Or at least high tier. So that will be interesting going forward.
Okay, I think everyone called this. We all knew the Mythic
Yep.
Hero remix would come out anytime now. And
Yep.
of course, this was the good timing to announce it here. Legendary and Mythic Hero remixes going forward. My question is, are they going to double up the amount of heroes they're going to do?
No,
No.
they're just gonna do one Legendary and one Mythic.
Or
Yeah.
just,
Only one,
yeah, or like
because-
2 mythics, or yeah.
Because we're getting to the point now where they alternate mythics and
Yeah.
legendaries bi-monthly, so they'll probably just do that set of 2 months.
I really wanted them to speed this up, though.
I don't, because if they speed it up, they're gonna catch up to.
Yeah. I
Well, no,
anyways, right
obviously you'll be able to catch up, but some of these heroes are literally not about to get used at all. Like, Duma in particular, this man needs it. He needs it so bad.
He's getting
Duma's
it
problem is
next
that-
now.
remix.
Comes back in May, so
Duma's
He
problem is
fixed it
just
right.
Saint Elamine in general is gonna cause him problems no matter what happens. But I
Sure.
think that, barring Saint Elamine, he's better than a lot of mythics for his time.
Yes,
I don't know.
he's stood the test of time a lot better than most of them.
Sure, I guess if you'll say that, but I personally never really cared much about him, and the catapult thing was the only thing
Well,
that he
yeah,
offered at that point.
Which, that's the only thing that he needs to offer, as opposed to Naga, Altina, Leaf.
Okay, well, it's not here anymore. That's the problem. And with that, who really knows what's going to happen? Because once people take him out of their teams and replace him, they might never go back. So,
I'm just gonna res stack my Duma. He's at the point where he can kind of do it.
okay, well, good luck on that. All right, with
Yeah.
that said, though, Creed needed this.
Oh,
Ain't
boy.
nobody's using Creed. Not at this point. Sigurd's out there, Selv's out there. I mean, Sigurd's the better of the two, obviously, but yeah. Creed.
Gil was actually, his sword was pretty good for the time. If you have a penalty, he doubles you. You can't double him. Pretty
Yes.
clean considering the time.
For his time. And now he gets full utilization of that because Freezing Seal 2 gives him attack defense -7 and guard on foes on the enemy team with the lowest res, and attack defense menace is perfectly good. Thank you for the follow.
That's a larger radius guard than Loki's, which is terrifying.
This makes full utilization of his sword and whatever refine it's going to get. Yeah, no, Creed's back.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
going to be
Back in a big
amazing,
way.
actually.
And just his base sword effect, like not even counting for whatever you get for his refine, the guard helps out more than just like attack, speed, def, res -7 on the foe, because if the foe neutralizes their penalty,
Yeah, if they neutralize their penalties, the guard status will still be there, so he will always have a penalty on that foe, which is
Thanks,
huge.
Emma. All right,
So,
but
yeah.
whatever his weapon is actually what really decides things. But even as is, he's excellent fodder. You can take that attack, defense, menace, and DC. It's actually not a bad combination.
Yeah, that's a huge fodder pathing, some huge fodder pathing right there. Creed's gonna probably be a nightmare in Arena going forward once he gets his refine. But even still, ignoring that, he's already good.
Probably can't say
Like,
the same about AR.
At worst,
AR,
he's
though.
gonna be really good fodder. At best, like he's gonna be
Amazing.
best,
You
really
put the
good.
siblings
Yeah.
together, you put him and Gunther together, you're gonna get something really special.
I mean, the big thing to note is that he can use Red Dual Cav, so he will be able to actually kind of score competently. So can pair him up with Gunthra, like you said. Win season's about to become mighty annoying.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a terrible combo to deal with.
Okay, but the hero that I was rooting for Air because she's like one of my few light mythics that I actually have a merge on. But boy, this is not where I thought it was going. Sparkling Boost Plus is 20 HP and Res plus 5
Oh,
during
yeah,
combat.
Plus 5 to any ally.
It's not
Is it-
2, by the way, which is why is it
Weird.
plus? But I'm actually not disappointed with Sparkling Boost 2.
I mean, you're
fine.
gonna use it, but it's just like, and then you went from Swiss Barrel to attack Res Unity, which is just like,
Abhard's weird. Won't lie.
yeah, the most common airs that were used, I think the serious airs were like Air Force, where you trigger Gale Force teams, in which case it's Fury.
Which, I mean, that's kind of cheap. Unless you want Fury 4.
Oh yeah, Fury 4 would have been a silly thing, but they
Well,
could have done like
people
attack
did
speed
do that.
unity or something.
Yeah.
No, I
And
know
then the
people
other-
did that, but it would have been silly as a remix.
No, I wasn't gonna argue for that. I'm just talking about in terms of common builds, because that's definitely something they take a look at before they do this. What I'm trying to say is like Fury and its base A slot Swiss Barrel 2 were the most common things I've ever seen on her, and so to go to attack Res Unity is just like, where did that come from?
I think attack speed unity would have made more sense. They could have even done speed res unity. I know it's not out yet, but
I think that their whole idea is that they want to actually kind of, acknowledge the fact that Air has a res stat for once, because nothing in her kit does that right now. So, from that regard, being able to actually combat against res and targeting foes might actually be nice, especially since, Air is the one with Mystic Boost. So that
Kind
actually
of.
helps the dragons.
Kind of.
Right.
I'm
You're
really
fine,
worried.
but-
The mages nowadays in Aether Raids are very scary, so I'm not even sure with Unity what should you find.
It's
Yeah.
going to take her refine to see how synergetic it is.
Yeah,
with-
if her refine
with
gives
that.
enough speed, I think it's a concession that I'm willing to make. But
All right. So yeah, she's the one I'm really interested in because there's nothing certain right now.
yeah,
Dragoria, thank you for subscribing.
I
All right,
will
but-
say I do like that sparkling boost though.
Yeah, the sparkling boost
Yeah.
is
I mean,
honestly really, it's kind of deceptively good because at start of any allies combat, so as
Yeah.
long as you are, as long as your
Alive?
character's healthy, yeah, alive, pretty much, that's just +5 wherever you are in the map.
it basically
So,
doubles her
yeah.
mythic buff. So she is as a mythic, granting you 10 res for most combats, which is a lot.
Okay, if you look at it just
And
by
then it also
itself,
heals 20 as well.
Yeah,
So
Sure,
if
but that's
that character
detrimental to
even
some
gets
teams.
Damaged,
some teams. Yeah.
yeah, some teams.
Okay.
If you're running like Vantage Suite,
but the point was like, if you take a look at just by herself, that looks really good. But then you take a look at all other light mythics, because she has to be deployed in order to utilize this stuff. She's taking a slot.
She is.
And that's where I'm like
Yeah.
questioning this, because there are a lot of units out there that I would not replace with air, and I don't think this
Yeah.
is going to be enough for me to replace them with air.
Well, this at least makes the healing support a lot more reliable, doubling the HP, giving
I mean,
a little more in
I
the stat department. And her weapon will, I think, make her at least
It's
a
the
decent
dagger.
combatant.
But you're saying
We
this?
don't know what it is yet, so
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
the
we'll
big
have to
thing
see.
is between Peony, you never replace Peony. Milla's isolation and Ash being warped to the max. It's kind of hard for Air to even have a place no matter what happens.
right. And the only other hero is what, like Dagger, and Dagger, depending on the teams that utilize it, could be essential. That's why I'm like
Yeah,
questioning this.
Essential to useless, but Ash is there, so it's like superseding. But the big thing with Air is that, first of all, tanks love her, and second, she can use.
I mean, she's really for people who run savior teams, and if you don't, it's not gonna matter. Like, if you run, say, a dual Lin team, she's gonna provide almost no value.
No,
if not, just
offensive teams hate air. There's no actually might be detrimental to run air on offensive teams, but on defensive ones, she could be borderline essential depending on what you need. But
well,
that said, the one thing that air does provide beyond that is the disarm trap utility, which you can fulfill with other units, including Yuri, but depending on the team, could be useful. So,
okay, well, you're the resident savior unit user, so you know best here. Personally,
Legion's the master.
Because I generally, she was the worst light mythic, and I'm hoping for her to not stay the worst. There you go.
Yeah, I'd say it was worse, but that's just me. That said, Lifyaberg's Refine will decide everything because the big thing, Air's combat sucks. She needs help there.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I'm hoping for her, though.
It's a good base. At least it has the anti-follow-up effect against the enemy. So if that gets expanded a bit, it could actually be pretty nice.
Yeah. But we'll see. All right.
Now the actually big thing, because it was never a guarantee something like this would happen. No. And I don't even really hear people talk about this, because I think we all resign to the fact that, hey, they're special heroes. They're not supposed to be, like, frequent.
No.
So for them, that was the concession. So I never even dreamed of this. Can you guys believe the fact that we can just summon on a banner and get a 4-star special hero, and it didn't take away? Like, that was the craziest thing to me. I thought for sure if they did something like this, it's like, oh, they'll just share the rate. No, it gets its own rate.
Yep.
That's crazy to me.
That means that for these rerun banners, they have a 12% 5-star rate in total. There is literally more than a 1 in 10 chance that you can get a 5-star better than that.
Yeah.
From your free summon.
That just blows my mind, Chad. Can you believe that? Like, and they're not all hopeless. Not every special hero will get a refine, but some of them in fact do have refines, and some of them are really good, and some more of them will get refines.
Milla, hopeless. Myrrh, borderline top tier, if not top tier.
Right.
So, for example, yeah, like with Myrrh, for example, or Love-Abound Hector. First of all, Love-Abound Hector as DC. Second, you could potentially make a project out of those units much more reasonably than before.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, 5% focus, 2.5% 5-star. For 4-star focus, it's 2.95 and 2.95.
It's 4% because this is after a few summons.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So it's a total 7% chance that you get the unit on the banner.
Right. But still, come on. That came out of nowhere.
It did. Like, that's an insane... It actually makes those banners kind of worth considering. Obviously, some more than others, but, like, for example, let's see, which of these? Like, Trick or Defeat, getting in Halloween Noe, Love-Abound Hector, Bride Banner, Summer Tana is actually good, Myrrh.
Yeah,
there's some actually genuinely viable units.
I'm going for Love-Abound Royal.
And then there's Hostile Hot Springs.
And then there's Hostile Hot Springs.
Makes the experience of taking such a questionable choice.
Yeah, at first I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then as I started thinking about it more, I was just like, actually, this makes a bit more sense because, like, honestly, you're just going to use the free pull when those banners come out.
Yep.
And you're probably not going to dedicate many orbs unless you're, like, hardcore dedicated to one of these characters. And this, like Nim said, just makes it easier to get a merge project going.
It basically means that these free summons might actually be worth something more often than not. And
here's the thing.
Yeah?
You would never argue against this, though, because it's free. No? There's no reason. There was never a need for this. They just did it.
It's a straight up improvement. Like, there's nothing to lose.
Yep, that's why this blew my mind, because it's just like, first, second year in a row, they made summoning more in favor of a player. And how many gacha games do that? That's the thing.
Exactly. Like
There's really no need.
They're actually acknowledging that some of these older units need more love and need to be a little easier to get, and they're doing a lot for that, and I love it.
Yeah, man, that's a big thing. Some of these heroes are literally extinct, chat. You would never see them used. But if you get merges on them now, and with them getting refined, yeah, that's good. Whatever happens to the meta that puts more focus on more units or allows more units to appear, like, I'm a big fan of, so.
Yeah. I mean, think about it this way. You borderline have Mythic Legendary rates for getting a 5-star focus on these banners. And there's only 4 units that split them. That's a lot of chance.
And a lot of these heroes that people are like, they do like, but they just will never be able to like commit orbs to them on purpose, purposely. So like, that's just nice.
Like, for example, who the hell is going to go for some Spring Lucina on a regular 3% banner? Nobody.
Right, but a Lucina fanboy would want her anyways, and now doesn't really have to make that choice because every time they go to such a banner, they have a chance.
Yep. It's a 7% chance. Like, that's so much better. So much more palatable. And I actually might, I'll be honest, I might put some Mercs in when Merc comes back because the rates are that good.
Yep. Any of the 4-star special rate heroes can be summoned on a given special banner. Yep, that's the idea.
Yep.
Or is it just the reruns?
It'll be the reruns. So the specific rerun has the focus units as a normal 5-star rate and then also as a 4-star rate.
Okay.
Yeah, so it repeats the banner twice, basically. Which is pretty good.
All right, and with that, we've done everything.
Don't forget also the fact that they're doubling down on the weekly reruns. There'll be 2 banners per week.
Yes, which is cool because more reason to summon on. All right, but that's
helpful.
Every big thing except for the art, and every year I look forward to seeing this. I like how they ended off of this.
Yeah, it's a nice way to kind of have retrospect for the year.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice.
Unfortunately, this was not the year of Ipe. He did not get a single character this year.
Oh yeah! Every year we've seen Ipe do some weird manly art, and not this year. Wow.
No,
Mimi,
I mean,
too.
At least Walhart and Dorcas got refines this year, but he never got a new character, which is a shame.
Yeah, that is a shame. But hey, at least we got Mishime Shigeki doing like a really good Shamir art, so I'll take it.
Oh, that's Shamir art.
This one still pisses me off. Coyote's not even in the game. What's going on? How can you have Coyote's men with no Coyote?
Of course, violence.
Foreshadowing?
I mean, it's inevitable, but what are they waiting for?
I don't know. I mean, he couldn't have been on that banner just chronologically, but also I love that Suzuki Rika art.
Yes.
Really flexing it.
This one is so classy. The two. It's like the angel and the demon, but they all look angelic in general. But yeah, this is the contrast. This is such a good one. But yeah, Suzuki Rika is one of the most popular artists in Fire Emblem based on voting on Reddit anyways.
Their art is just amazing, and they know it.
Yeah. Wa Sachiko still among my favorites. Asatani Tomoyo actually surprised me because man,
wow.
Once you see the artists they like, you put it together, the heroes they drew, and you see it like, oh wait, they actually did do a very good job.
And they've come a long way. I mean, they started off with like base Erica and Ephraim, which still don't look bad at all, but it's like they've gotten a lot more detailed, a lot more flashy. Yeah.
Right, they've really improved because base Erica is actually one of my least favorite. I mean,
I think it's all right.
It's all right. She's super stiff. It feels awkward.
Yeah.
Like you can make you can justify it to a certain degree with her personality and characteristics, but it just looks awkward.
Yeah, it does. But they've come a long way. Like they had the right style, they just didn't have the right natural feel to their style, and it's really improved in that regard.
I've also become a really big fan of Penacor this year. I think they did such a splendid job.
Yeah,
they've been doing stuff for a long time. They've been kind of underappreciated.
They've got a lot of art. It's just that this year in particular seems to be theirs.
Okay.
Of course, Kuma Yugo.
Did they really end up doing 2 of the most absurd units of the year? I mean, not OP, but like they're really good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Two of the better 5-star locks. Of
I
the
can
year.
confirm that Halloween Grima is really, really good.
Of Joshua's art there.
Yep.
This one's just really cute. Kosai Horiguchi. I think they're really good at the lollies.
Yeah,
I really like the Nyx and Na art.
Yeah, those they do. They did those
specialized.
well, though. At least, I mean, they Amaigataro.
Okay,
And,
this is the
whatever
one
that
I wanted to
other
go back to.
spots.
Mishima Shigeki. Oh my god. Are you
It's
serious?
so good.
Beautiful.
I'm very happy.
This one stood out the most to me. This entire... generally speaking, it would be Ippei if he was here. But this one was the one that got to me the most. Yeah.
Honestly, I can see now Dancer Shamir getting into the game just for this art, because this is honestly great.
That would make me
And
very happy.
Because whoever
Honestly,
did
I like
Shamir...
this
Yeah?
is Shamir's base artist, and it looks a lot better than her base art, in
Yeah,
my opinion.
because I was just about to say that. Because if this is Shamir's base artist,
It
where
is,
was this
yeah.
art? Where was it? Base Shamir looks so
seriously.
awkward to me, man.
It's sad.
All right. But no,
Shows-
chat, what the heck is this? This is amazing. I can totally see why this person got in. Please let him have another chance with Shamir. Which, by the way, artists can in fact volunteer to redo a hero. They've only 2 artists I think have ever gone back to fix their heroes.
Summer Lilina was one.
Which,
And
yeah.
yeah, there's one more. It's rare.
Um.
Oh wait, it was
Sonya
for
got
Sonya.
one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Sonya got her face fixed. Yeah, they can always do that. Of course, there have been forced adjustments like Gaius getting back his bowstring, and Tiki. Wow, that year was just a bunch.
Oh
of
yeah, Tiki got her butt censored. Yeah.
Yep.
Adult Tiki.
Okay, but that's not improving. That's not improving.
different issue.
Yeah.
It's not improving. It's quite the opposite, actually. Also, for example, like Akira's older art, Hector, for example, for some reason gets updated only in the Resplendent page and nowhere else. I don't know why they never fixed that, but
What do you mean he got updated?
Hector is more shiny in his like the art for his original form on the Resplendent Heroes page. At least it was. I'm not sure if it still is, but it's a updated art style for Akira, and they never fixed it in Feh. I don't understand.
Okay, well, now we move on to one of our guests here's favorite hero.
Of course.
Of course. Impulsor, how many dual Hildas did you pull again?
13.
13. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
13.
Okay. How much money was that?
1,300.
Oh no.
That's a Franklin for every Hilda.
Oh man.
Oh no.
The saddest part, chat. If you didn't know Impulsor, you might be like, "Wow, what a Hilda!" No, he wasn't going after Hilda.
I wasn't going for Hilda. I saw the top part of this art piece. I was like, I need to look away or I'm gonna get mad.
Oh, man.
no.
You paid for that ice cream, by the way.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man. But yeah, once I saw Niji Hayashi's art, I was like, wow, this is perfect. It's just dual Hilda. That's it.
Yep. There you can see the Mercedes in the background and all the other people in the banner.
Yeah.
But
Oh man.
yeah, let's be honest. What else do you need to focus on?
Oh, but yeah, that was all for Freya, chat. He wanted one more copy, just one.
And this is why Summer Freya isn't on this.
Azutaro. Yeah.
They put a lot of this particular Summer Banners art in this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This actually makes I didn't not like Ash's art. I thought it was okay to like even good, but this is great. He's so expressive in this one. Like, it really is unfortunate that they have to be in like certain poses and portraits. They don't have like natural moments like this. But yeah, that's why one of the reasons why I love the art at the end of years.
Yeah, they really get another shot with more composition and less, like, for the purpose of standard attacking special damaged.
Okay, did Kozaki Yusuke actually do all 3 of the princesses?
Yes, he
did.
basically does almost all the story character art.
Oh,
He didn't
man.
do book 2 or book 4.
Yeah. which is why you won't see Peony.
Yes,
Yeah.
but he did do. We were thinking originally that he would just do the odd numbered ones because of that, but then he broke that trend by doing both 5 and 6. So.
Yep, Regan and Ash. Which, by the way, what are you doing with that match, Regan? Put it down.
Yes.
Whoops.
What
Gonna
you
have
try to
hamburger for
light?
dinner?
Which you trying to burn Faye here?
No, she's gonna burn
finally
Ash.
Faye?
She's gonna burn Ash, and then they'll have steaks. Yummy.
Yes. Steak and cake, best combo. All right.
Yeah, it's actually a good combo.
This one actually surprised me because Enkyo Yuichiro, aren't they? They don't do that much art for Faye.
Not much.
No, but you'll know when they do it because they have a
Yeah.
They have
very
like the
art style.
marshmallow style, marshmallow Lysithia. Yeah.
Right. So this one was really surprising for me because they actually, I don't want to demean any artists, but we get so many artists in Fire Emblem Heroes every year, chat. And there's only so many of their artworks that make it into this. I'm surprised they got in. Now that does sound mean.
Is the best.
Yeah. I
Okay,
do have it.
their
I was gonna
Mirabella star
try
is
one
really good.
because Evan
Yeah.
likes making a 43 speed Mirabilis
It's a
because
That
I
kills
will
very
say
rage
that-
useful.
actors with far save.
Shut up. I will say though, it's a very distinct art style, which I quite
Yeah.
like. This
And the perfect one
is
to end it
amazing.
off with.
Oh, this is great.
This is
It's-
2021
Yeah,
in
it's
a nutshell.
Yes, Gustav and Henriette kicking everyone's asses. That's great.
Relationship
Thanks, IS,
goals.
for release of favorite units. But yeah, Daisuke Izuka, great
Very
job.
talented artist.
Yep, very talented artist. My
That's-
goodness, those muscles.
yeah. Something else.
All right, but that is your Feh Channel, chat. No, seriously, I was really happy with it. I honestly think ranking it as highly as 9.5 out of 10 is fair.
Fair.
I think
yeah.
I don't think it was perfect. I think it was close to being perfect, though.
Had
I don't
a lot
wanna
of good
Perfect
elements.
for me is if they introduce a new game mode that like I would be interested in, such as like
Yeah.
not Summoner Duels S, but something I guess more along the lines of like Aether Raids, something extra to that.
I am interested in what Summoner Duels asked me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit curious about how
Check
that's
the
going to
notification board.
shake out.
The notification that talks about Mythic remixes has 2 big pieces of info.
Okay.